Most people spend their entire lives trying to control other people, but they never learn to control the four things that truly decide their future: their mouth, their mood, their money, and their mind. The day you master these four things is the day your life begins to change. Imagine waking up every morning with complete control over yourself. No unnecessary anger, no emotional outbursts, no wasting money on things you do not need, no negative thoughts controlling your decisions. Most people believe that success comes from luck, talent, or connections, but the Stoics believe something different. They believe that success begins with self-mastery. Think about it for a moment. Why do so many people fail, even when they have opportunities? Why do talented people sometimes achieve less than ordinary people? The answer is simple. They never learn how to control themselves. A person can have intelligence, money, and talent, but if they cannot control their emotions, their words, and their actions, they will eventually destroy their own progress. Every day, millions of people lose opportunities because they react without thinking. They speak when they should listen. They spend when they should save. They panic when they should stay calm. They allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions. This is why the Stoics taught that the greatest victory is not over other people, but over yourself. The truth is that life will always be unpredictable. There will be good days and bad days. Some people will support you and others will doubt you. Some plans will work and some will fail. You cannot control all of these things. However, you can control how you respond to them. That is where your true power lives. Imagine two people facing the same problem. One complains, blames others, and gives up. The other stays calm, looks for solutions, and keeps moving forward. The problem is the same, but the outcome is completely different because their mindset is different. The Stoics understood that your life is not shaped by what happens to you, but by how you respond to what happens to you. Most people spend years trying to change the world around them while ignoring the world inside them. They want more respect, more money, more opportunities, and more success. Yet they never stop to ask themselves if they are becoming the kind of person who can handle those things. Real growth begins when you stop focusing on what others are doing and start focusing on what you're doing. Every great achievement starts with personal responsibility. Instead of saying, "Life is unfair," ask yourself, "What can I do right now?" Instead of saying, "Nobody believes in me," ask yourself, "Do I believe in myself?" These small changes in thinking can completely transform your future. The strongest people in the world are not always the richest, smartest, or most famous. They are often the people who remain calm when everyone else is losing control. They are the people who stay focused when others become distracted. They are the people who continue moving forward even when life becomes difficult. Self-control is a superpower because it allows you to stay strong in situations that break other people. The moment you realize that your greatest enemy is not outside of you, but inside of you, everything begins to change. Your excuses disappear. Your blaming stops. Your growth begins. Every day becomes an opportunity to become a little wiser, a little stronger, and a little more disciplined than you were yesterday. That is the Stoic way. That is the path to real freedom. And that journey starts with mastering yourself before trying to master anything else. The first thing you must learn to control is your mouth. This may sound simple, but it is one of the hardest skills in life. Many people create problems not because of what happens to them, but because of what they say. A single careless sentence can destroy a friendship. A moment of anger can ruin years of trust. An emotional reaction can create consequences that last a lifetime. That is why wise people understand the value of speaking carefully. Most people think power comes from saying more, but true power often comes from saying less. Think about the strongest people you know. They do not argue about everything. They do not feel the need to prove themselves in every conversation. They do not waste energy responding to every criticism. Instead, they choose their words carefully because they understand that words have power. Once spoken, they cannot be taken back. Every day, people react emotionally to comments on social media, arguments at work, and disagreements with family members. They speak out of anger, frustration, and pride. Then later, when their emotions calm down, they regret what they said. The Stoics taught that before speaking, you should ask yourself whether your words are necessary, helpful, and true. If they are not, silence may be the better choice. Silence is not weakness. Silence is discipline. Silence is confidence. Silence shows that you are in control of yourself. Anyone can react. Anyone can shout. Anyone can complain. But not everyone can remain calm when emotions are demanding a response. Imagine someone insults you. Most people immediately become defensive. They argue. They attack back. They try to win the battle. But what do they really win? Usually, they only create more stress and more conflict. A Stoic understands that not every insult deserves a response. Sometimes the best answer is no answer. Sometimes walking away is more powerful than fighting back. This does not mean allowing people to disrespect you. It means refusing to let other people's behavior control your emotions. When someone can make you angry whenever they want, they have power over you. But when you remain calm and composed, you keep that power for yourself. Learning to control your mouth also means controlling gossip, complaints, and unnecessary negativity. Many people spend hours talking about problems without ever looking for solutions. They complain about their jobs, their families, the economy, and their circumstances. Yet nothing changes because complaining does not create progress. Action creates progress. The more you focus on solutions instead of complaints, the more powerful you become. Your words shape your mindset. If you constantly speak negatively, your mind becomes negative. If you constantly focus on possibilities and solutions, your mind becomes stronger. Every conversation is an opportunity to either build yourself up or tear yourself down. Choose wisely. Remember that your reputation is built one word at a time. People may forget what you wore. They may forget what you owned, but they will remember how your words made them feel. A disciplined mouth creates trust. A wise mouth creates respect. A controlled mouth creates opportunities. Before speaking, pause for a moment and ask yourself if your words will improve the situation or make it worse. That simple habit can save you from countless regrets. In a world where everyone is rushing to speak, learn the power of thoughtful silence. It may become one of your greatest strengths. The second thing you must learn to control is your mood. Most people wake up and allow circumstances to decide how they will feel. If someone praises them, they feel happy. If someone criticizes them, they feel upset. If things go according to plan, they feel confident. If something goes wrong, they lose motivation. This is a dangerous way to live because it gives other people and outside events control over your emotions. The Stoics believe that a strong person does not allow every situation to control their inner peace. Imagine a ship in the middle of a storm. The waves are powerful, the wind is strong, and the conditions are difficult. Yet the captain remains calm because panic will not help the ship reach safety. Life is very similar. Problems, disappointments, and setbacks are part of the journey. If you allow every challenge to destroy your mood, you will spend your life on an emotional roller coaster. One day you will feel strong, and the next day you will feel defeated. Real strength comes from emotional stability. It comes from understanding that difficult moments are temporary. A bad day is not a bad life. A failure is not the end of your story. A mistake is not proof that you are incapable. Many people suffer more from their emotional reactions than from the actual problem itself. They turn small setbacks into huge disasters inside their minds. They spend days worrying about things that may never happen. The Stoics taught that we should focus on facts, not fears. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I do about it? Instead of asking, why does this always happen to me? One question creates solutions. The other creates suffering. Learning to control your mood does not mean ignoring emotions. It means refusing to become a slave to them. Emotions are natural, but they should not become your master. You can feel anger without becoming aggressive. You can feel sadness without giving up. You can feel fear without stopping your progress. The strongest people are not those who never feel emotions. They are the people who remain in control even when emotions are present. Every day gives you a choice. You can let circumstances control your mood, or you can choose your response. The more you practice emotional discipline, the stronger and calmer you become. Eventually, you stop reacting to every little problem because you understand that your peace is too valuable to be destroyed by temporary situations. One of the greatest lessons of Stoicism is that your mood should never depend on things outside your control. Think about how many people spend their lives chasing happiness in the wrong places. They believe they will finally be happy when they get a better job, buy a bigger house, earn more money, or receive more recognition. Then they achieve those things and realize that happiness still feels temporary. Why? Because they built their emotional state on things that can change at any moment. The Stoics understood that lasting peace comes from within. It comes from living according to your values, not according to your circumstances. Imagine two people losing the same opportunity. One becomes bitter and spends months complaining about it. The other learns from the experience and begins working toward the next opportunity. The event is identical, but the response is completely different. This is why your mindset matters more than your situation. Life will never be perfect. There will always be challenges, delays, disappointments, and unexpected obstacles. If you wait for everything to be perfect before allowing yourself to feel calm, you may wait forever. A Stoic chooses peace even during uncertainty. They understand that external events are often beyond their control, but their character is always within their control. Every challenge becomes a chance to practice patience. Every disappointment becomes a chance to build resilience. Every obstacle becomes a chance to become stronger. Most people see problems as evidence that life is against them. Stoics see problems as opportunities to develop wisdom and strength. This perspective changes everything. Instead of becoming frustrated by every inconvenience, you begin asking what the situation can teach you. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks, you begin seeing them as part of the journey. A stable mood is not created by a perfect life. It is created by a disciplined mind. When you stop expecting life to be easy, you become stronger. When you stop demanding constant comfort, you become more resilient. And when you stop allowing every small problem to affect your emotions, you discover a level of peace that many people never experience. Every morning, before the world has a chance to influence your thoughts, you have an important choice to make. You can begin the day with purpose, gratitude, and discipline, or you can begin the day with worry, negativity, and distraction. Most people start their mornings by immediately focusing on problems. They check messages, read bad news, compare themselves to others, and fill their minds with stress before the day has even begun. Then they wonder why they feel overwhelmed. The Stoics believe that the way you start your day often determines the quality of the day itself. Before facing the challenges of the world, they prepared their minds. They reminded themselves that difficulties would come, that people might be rude, and that unexpected problem could appear. But instead of fearing these things, they accepted them. This acceptance gave them strength because they were no longer surprised when challenges arrived. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is controlling your thoughts at the beginning of each day. Instead of asking, what might go wrong today? Ask yourself, how can I become stronger today? Instead of focusing on obstacles, focus on opportunities. Instead of worrying about things you cannot control, focus on the actions you can take. Your mind is like a garden. If you do not plant positive and productive thoughts, negative thoughts will grow automatically. That is why mental discipline is so important. Every thought you repeat becomes stronger. Every belief you reinforce becomes part of your identity. If you constantly tell yourself that life is unfair, your mind will look for evidence to support that belief. If you constantly tell yourself that challenges make you stronger, your mind will begin searching for growth in every situation. The quality of your life is heavily influenced by the quality of your thoughts. A disciplined mind creates a disciplined life. A focused mind creates a successful life. A grateful mind creates a peaceful life. The Stoics understood that controlling your mind is not something you do once. It is a daily practice. Every morning is a new opportunity to train your thoughts, strengthen your character, and prepare yourself for whatever life may bring. And the more consistently you do this, the more unstoppable you become. The third thing you must learn to control is your money. Many people believe that earning more money will solve all their problems. They spend years chasing bigger paychecks, promotions, and financial success, thinking that happiness is waiting for them on the other side. But if money alone created peace, then every wealthy person would be happy. The truth is that money is not the problem. The problem is the lack of discipline that often comes with it. A person who cannot control their spending will struggle, whether they earn a little or a lot. Every day, people buy things they do not need to impress people who are not thinking about them. They spend money because they are bored, stressed, or try to fill an emotional emptiness. For a moment, the purchase feels exciting, but that feeling quickly disappears, and the desire for something new returns. This cycle never ends because the problem was never the lack of possessions. The problem was the lack of self-control. The Stoics understood that true wealth is not measured by how much money you have, but by how little you need. A person who is satisfied with enough is often richer than a person who constantly wants more. Imagine two individuals. One earns a modest income but saves wisely, avoids unnecessary debt, and lives below their means. The other earns a large income but spends recklessly, constantly upgrades their lifestyle, and lives under financial pressure. Who is truly free? The answer is obvious. Freedom comes from control, not from income alone. When you learn to manage your money with discipline, you begin to build security, confidence, and peace of mind. Every dollar becomes a tool rather than a temptation. Instead of asking, what can I buy? You begin asking, what can I build? This shift in thinking changes everything. Financial discipline is not about depriving yourself. It is about protecting your future. It is about understanding that every small decision today can create greater freedom tomorrow. The person who controls their money gains something far more valuable than wealth. They gain independence. Point where the biggest traps in modern life is comparison. People constantly compare their income, possessions, and lifestyle to others. They see someone driving a luxury car, wearing expensive clothes, or living in a large house, and they immediately feel as if they are falling behind. This mindset creates endless dissatisfaction because there will always be someone who appears to have more. The Stoics warned against this trap centuries ago. They believe that happiness disappears when your attention is focused on what other people have instead of what you already possess. Think about how much stress comes from trying to keep up with others. People go into debt for things they cannot afford. They sacrifice their peace to maintain an image. They spend years chasing status symbols that provide only temporary satisfaction. Meanwhile, they neglect the things that truly matter: their character, their relationships, their health, and their peace of mind. A Stoic understands that your value is not determined by your possessions. Your worth is not measured by your bank account, your car, or your social status. Your worth is measured by your actions, your integrity, and your ability to remain true to your values. The more you compare yourself to others, the more power you give away. The moment you stop comparing and start focusing on your own journey, you reclaim that power. Progress becomes easier because your energy is no longer wasted on jealousy and envy. Instead of asking, "Why do they have more than me?" ask yourself, "Am I becoming better than I was yesterday?" That is the only comparison that truly matters. Success is not about beating everyone else. Success is about becoming the strongest version of yourself. The person who learns to appreciate what they have while steadily working toward what they want experiences a level of contentment that comparison can never provide. Remember, someone will always have more than you, but very few people will have the peace that comes from gratitude and self-control. Paragraph 8. The people who achieve lasting success are rarely the people who chase quick rewards. They are the people who understand the power of patience. In today's world, everyone wants results immediately. They want success without struggle, wealth without discipline, and achievement without sacrifice. When progress takes longer than expected, they become frustrated and quit. The Stoics understood that meaningful success is built slowly, one decision at a time. A tree does not grow overnight. A strong body is not built in a week. A successful life is not created in a month. Great things require time, consistency, and patience. Imagine saving a small amount of money every week. At first, the results seem insignificant. It feels as if nothing is changing. But months turn into years, and those small actions begin to create something powerful. The same principle applies to every area of life. Every workout strengthens your body. Every book strengthens your mind. Every disciplined choice strengthens your character. The problem is that most people underestimate the power of small actions repeated consistently. They focus too much on immediate results and not enough on long-term growth. A Stoic focuses on the process rather than the reward. They understand that success is not a single event. It is a result of countless disciplined decisions made over time. When you learn patience, you stop becoming discouraged by slow progress. You stop expecting overnight transformations. Instead, you trust the process and continue moving forward. Patience gives you an advantage because while others quit, you keep going. While others become distracted, you stay focused. While others chase shortcuts, you build a solid foundation. Eventually, the results become impossible to ignore. The person who masters patience gains something incredibly powerful: the ability to stay committed long after everyone else has given up. And in the long run, that ability often makes all the difference. Fire. The fourth thing you must learn to control is your mind. This is the most important battle because everything in your life begins there. Before any action is taken, a thought appears. Before any habit is formed, a thought is repeated. Before any success or failure becomes reality, it first exists in the mind. That is why the Stoics spent so much time training their thoughts. They understood that a person with an undisciplined mind can turn even a good life into a miserable one. Many people are trapped not by their circumstances, but by their thinking. They constantly imagine worst-case scenarios. They replay old mistakes. They worry about things that have not happened and may never happen. As a result, They create suffering for themselves without realizing it. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day. Eventually, the weight would exhaust you. Negative thinking works the same way. Every fear, doubt, and worry adds more weight to your mind. Over time, it becomes difficult to move forward. A Stoic learns to examine their thoughts instead of blindly believing them. Just because a thought enters your mind does not mean it is true. Just because you feel fear does not mean danger is present. Just because you experience doubt does not mean failure is inevitable. Your thoughts are visitors, not commands. You have the power to choose which thoughts deserve your attention. The strongest people are not those who never experience negative thoughts. They are the people who refuse to let those thoughts control their actions. Every day, your mind is either becoming stronger or weaker depending on what you feed it. Feed it discipline, gratitude, and purpose, and it will become your greatest ally. Feed it fear, negativity, and excuses, and it will become your greatest obstacle. The choice is yours. Point one of the most powerful Stoic lessons is this. We often suffer more in imagination than in reality. Think about how many times you worried about something that never happened. Perhaps you feared failure before an important opportunity. Perhaps you imagined people judging you. Perhaps you convinced yourself that a challenge would be impossible to overcome. Then the moment arrived, and it was not nearly as bad as you expected. This happens because the human mind loves to create stories. Unfortunately, those stories are often negative. The mind naturally focuses on danger because it is trying to protect you. But in the modern world, this protective instinct can become excessive. Instead of helping you, it creates unnecessary fear. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect moment because they are afraid of making mistakes. They never start the business, pursue the dream, or take the opportunity because they are trapped by imagined problems. The Stoics taught that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is taking action despite fear. Every successful person has experienced uncertainty. Every strong person has faced doubt. The difference is that they refuse to let fear make their decisions. Imagine how different your life would be if you stopped listening to every fearful thought. How many opportunities would you pursue? How many goals would you chase? How many challenges would you overcome? The reality is that most limits exist only in the mind. Once you stop allowing fear to control you, your world begins to expand. The future becomes less frightening because you trust your ability to handle whatever comes. Confidence is not believing that nothing bad will happen. Confidence is believing that you can handle it if it does. Your thoughts create your actions create your habits, and your habits create your destiny. This is why controlling your mind is so important. Every great achievement begins with a simple decision repeated consistently over time. No one becomes successful by accident. No one becomes disciplined overnight. Every strong person you admire once struggled with the same doubts, fears, and challenges that you face today. The difference is that they continued moving forward when others stopped. Most people wait until they feel motivated before taking action. Stoics do the opposite. They take action whether they feel motivated or not. They understand that feelings change, but principles remain. If you only work when you feel inspired, your progress will be inconsistent. Some days you will move forward, and other days you will stay stuck. Discipline removes this uncertainty. Discipline says, I will do what needs to be done regardless of how I feel. This mindset is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary people. Every day you have an opportunity to strengthen your mind through small actions. Wake up when you said you would. Complete the task you promised yourself you would finish. Keep your word even when nobody is watching. These small victories may seem insignificant, but they build self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your confidence weakens. Over time, these decisions shape your identity. Eventually, discipline becomes part of who you are. You no longer need motivation because your habits carry you forward. And once your habits are aligned with your goals, success becomes a matter of time rather than chance. Fire. There will be people who doubt you, criticize you, misunderstand you, and sometimes even try to bring you down. This is a part of life that nobody can avoid. No matter how kind, talented, or hardworking you are, someone will always have something negative to say. Most people waste a huge amount of energy trying to change other people's opinions. They argue, defend themselves, and seek approval from everyone around them. The Stoics believed this was a mistake. They understood that you cannot control what others think about you, but you can control how you respond. Imagine carrying a bag filled with stones everywhere you go. Each stone represents a negative comment, an insult, or criticism. The more attention you give these things, the heavier the bag becomes. Eventually, it slows your progress and drains your energy. A wise person learns to put those stones down. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every criticism deserves a response. Sometimes people judge you because they do not understand your journey. Sometimes they criticize you because they are unhappy with their own lives. Their words often reveal more about them than about you. Instead of becoming distracted by negativity, focus on your goals. Let your actions speak louder than your arguments. Let your growth become your answer. The moment you stop seeking validation from everyone, you become free. You stop living according to other people's expectations and start living according to your own values. That freedom is one of the greatest forms of strength. The strongest people are often the quietest people in the room. They do not feel the need to prove themselves every day. They do not constantly announce their goals, defend their decisions, or seek attention from others. Instead, they focus on the work. While others are talking, they are improving. While others are complaining, they are building. While others are seeking recognition, they are developing skills. Modern society often rewards noise, but true strength is usually found in silence. Think about a lion. It does not spend its time convincing other animals that it is powerful. Its actions make that obvious. In the same way, confident people do not constantly seek approval because they already know who they are. Insecure people often speak the most because they are trying to prove something. Strong people remain calm because they have nothing to prove. The Stoics admired this quiet confidence. They believe that character is revealed through actions, not words. Anyone can make promises. Anyone can talk about success. Anyone can claim they are disciplined. But only consistent action reveals the truth. Every day, ask yourself whether you are spending more time talking about your goals or working toward them. The answer to that question will reveal how serious you truly are. Success loves silence because silence creates focus. When you stop announcing every move, you gain more energy to actually make progress. Over time, your results begin to speak for you. And when your results speak, people listen without you having to say a word. When you control your mouth, you avoid unnecessary conflict. When you control your mood, you avoid emotional mistakes. When you control your money, you avoid financial stress. And when you control your mind, you avoid self-destruction. These 4 areas are connected. Weakness in one area often creates problems in the others. For example, an uncontrolled mood can lead to careless words. Careless words can damage relationships. Damaged relationships can create stress. Stress can lead to poor decisions with money and negative thinking. Everything is connected. This is why self-mastery is so important. The Stoics understood that success is not built on one big decision. It is built on thousands of small decisions made correctly every day. Every time you choose patience over anger, you become stronger. Every time you choose discipline over temptation, you become stronger. Every time you choose wisdom over impulse, you become stronger. These moments may seem small, but they shape your future. Most people wait for a dramatic event to change their lives. The Stoics knew that transformation happens gradually. It happens through daily habits, daily discipline, and daily self-control. If you improve just a little every day, the results become extraordinary over time. One day you will look back and realize that the small choices you made consistently were the very things that changed your life. That is the power of self-control. It does not create instant results, but it creates lasting results. And lasting results are always worth the wait. Fire,